This is Junkyard Revival. I'm actually pretty impressed with myself with how good it is done. Part of this series is we like to show real world results in a junkyard. This is Junkyard Revival. I'll put the products down in buckets and we'll load this big freaking shaggin' wagon up. This junkyard is old too. There's some old stuff out there. Go find us a junkyard. Yeah. I stored the goods. Now we're getting ready to go do some filming at the junkyard. This is it. This is it? Yeah. How you doing, sir? Oh, I'm doing wonderful. I'm Todd. This is Abby. This is my counterpart.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, we had the brilliant idea that we would show how good some of the products are. I pass here all the time. I never knew it was here. I'm just going to do some like waxing on, find some old cars that's maybe faded out through there.
Let's see what we got out front here.
Today we're here with a little bit of change of scenery. We are at Delcar Used Auto Parts here in Columbus. And we really want to know how to put our products to the test, so we figured what a better place to do it than a junkyard full of sun-beaten and weathered cars. We're going to walk through, we're going to try to demonstrate some of the products we have, tires, faded paint, trim, anything we can find, so just follow us and let's see what we can get into. I'd love to be able to find one that has some kind of, you know, old faded trim, show black trim renew. I know that would be a really good one. And some of this trim is probably super faded. I'm curious myself to see how good it could do on some, I mean, probably arguably some of the worst trim you could ever get. Yeah, this would be perfect. We have to watch out, make sure ain't no snakes. Super faded. This was black at one point, so we're going to put some black trim to the test right here. We always get asked about this product, like what is the life expectancy? Does it just wash off? Just so people know, black trim renew has a black dye that is also infused in it. So it's not just dressing it like a shine product would. It's really taking it back to its original state. Super lasts a long time. It's not permanent. It's not like it's painting it. You'll get anywhere from 6 to 9 months of protection out of it. Obviously this is super faded. You're going to see with us as part of this series is we like to show real world results in a junkyard of what it will do. Some of them may not turn out as great as we thought, but we're going to show it to you. That way we can see it ourselves. If you get the black trim renew, it comes with gloves. I would recommend putting gloves on, but we're in a junkyard, so we're not going to put gloves on. But it is, you can see, a lot of people think this bottle's black. This is actually a clear bottle. That's the product. You can see how dark it is. You just put a little bit on an applicator and we'll go to work and see what it does. You can see a little bit went a long ways here. We've never had to reapply it. Man, and it is brought it back. Pretty incredible, really, just how this product gets so many great reviews for us. Obviously, we're here at a junkyard. I didn't tape it off, but you can see there's a little bit of black here, got on the paint, but it's not a big deal. It'll wipe right off. And then in a real world setting, you just let that dry for a little bit. Once that it dries, it's good to go. You may have some high spots that you would want to knock down with a towel. Typically it'll just soak right in and dry right up. We'll let it dry for a couple minutes and we will peel the tape. Okay, we've given it about 5 minutes. It's freaking 90 degrees here today, baking, so it's well dry, but it'll still continue. I want to show you guys what it looks like when we peel this tape. I'm actually pretty impressed myself with how good we were just talking about it, is how good it has done as far as this is some super of the worst of the worst. It has made it look brand new. I mean, the side by side is incredible. If you got any trim, faded trim, I don't think it's possible that it could be worse than this. Any kind of black, darker trims, this is definitely the product for you. You can see clear on a vehicle that's been sitting out here for who knows how long, and the before and after is incredible. So, bike trim renew. Get new with bike trim renew.
Hey guys, Jared with Jack's Wax, and I'm here to introduce the next evolution in our coating line. Jax Wax Graphene Pro 10H. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you how to properly apply the coating, but I'm first going to go over some of the key benefits and why we moved in this direction. So, number one, our previous coating was a 9H 4-year coating. This is a 10H 5+ year coating, so it's more durable, substantially more durable. It has increased hydrophobic properties. It's easier to work with. You'll have more working time. You can do larger sections at a time, and there's nothing on the vehicle that you can't coat with ease. We've got paint, plastic trim, glass, wheels, everything on this vehicle can be coated. It has a higher contact angle. It's more heat resistant. There are all these added benefits that we decided that we wanted to offer you in a premium coating. So the most important part in this entire process is preparation. So for this vehicle, we did a decon wash. We used a clay bar to remove all the bonded contaminants, and we did a high-level paint correction to remove any defects, swirls, imperfections, any scratches whatsoever. We generally see that you're going to have some level of paint correction, whether it be light, moderate to heavy, prior to coating, because if you were to apply the coating on top of one of those imperfections, it's actually going to enhance it. You're going to see it even more. So we try to get the paint to as close to perfect as we can. And there's one final step after the paint correction process prior to coating, and that is to use our prep spray, which is included in the kit. Apply prep spray to every single panel that you plan on coating, whether that's the glass, wheels, paint, etc. And this is one of those products that it's better to use more than less, because we want to really make sure that we're getting every residue or oil from polishing off the paint. We want every single surface to be very clean. Now that we're ready to coat the vehicle, we would always recommend to start off with a test spot. This is going to be an area somewhere on the vehicle, preferably a hood or a deck lid, that you're going to see how the coating is going to react, because depending on the humidity, depending on the temperature, there are a lot of variables that can affect the application of the coating. And we want to make sure prior to coating the entire vehicle that we know exactly how it's going to react. So in a 2 foot by 2 foot area, apply the coating in a crosshatch pattern. The things that we're going to look for are flash times, if the coating gets tacky. We just want to see how it's going to react. So it's better to do this smaller section prior to do the entire vehicle. This is going to give you a great idea of what to expect. Now that our test spot has flashed or has a rainbow-like appearance, we've waited a few minutes and we're ready to level the coating. Now we are ready to coat the rest of the vehicle. We're going to start with each section separately. You can do a fender, a door. When you get to some of the larger sections, you'll probably do half of that section, but one panel at a time, we are going to apply the coating, let it flash, wait a few minutes, and then level it. Remember to apply the coating to your headlights, tail lights, mirrors, glass, wheels. Every surface on this vehicle can be coated with the Graphene Pro 10H. It's one of the biggest advantages of this coating. If I could give you one very important tip when it comes to this coating, is be very deliberate in the leveling process. When you're wiping, you have to really make sure that you are getting every section as thorough as you possibly can. This will go a long way with the performance of this coating. After you have completely wiped down the vehicle and leveled the coating, you just need to let it sit for 24 to 48 hours without any water or weather elements being introduced. Then you're ready to roll. So please shoot us a message on Instagram or Facebook, or email us at sales@jaxwax.com. We would be happy to help you out.
This is Junkyard Revival. that's incredible, the difference from here to here. Just by hand application and a little bit of elbow grease. This is Junkyard Revival.
Sounds like she's running fine. I can hardly hear it running right now.
Yeah, it sounds really good. Oh God.
Is that around there?
No, hang on. Ready to load up? We got tape, towels, all that good stuff. Yeah, I think that's it. Cool. Last time we were here, we went back to the red Mustang from the original episode, I think like episode number 1. And we went back to show results. And when we did, we discovered that there were wax from where we put liquid carnauba. There was wax on the black plastic. I got wax on my black, it won't come off. Next time we're out here, I want to show you a trick, but one of the best detailing secrets out there of how to get this off in one easy wipe with very little product. So stay tuned. Which is a common problem. So a lot of people always ask, does your wax leave black residue? And wax is going to leave residue on any kind of plastic, and it can be a little bit of a pain in the ass. You can see up here where we had waxed it, and it's got on the plastic. Common problem. Anytime you're waxing, it's a very, very common problem. So this is one of the best tricks and tips that you can get to take that off. And the easiest thing, magic eraser. We offer them, but the magic eraser, I'll just get a little damp. This is just water, and this will literally take that wax right off of any of these black plastic surfaces with just a wipe. So all these little spots, it'll take it right off. You can scrub on that stuff for a long time with other material and chemicals, and it will not do anything to it. And you can see after that dries, it's gone. I mean, it takes it off in just one little wipe, all the wax is gone. So if you don't learn anything from any of these episodes, this will be a trick you can definitely use. Is the magic eraser is actually magic, and it will take off all the wax from any of your plastic black trim. So anytime you're waxing, just keep your little magic eraser on you, and it'll take it right off the plastic. I feel like this is at the point of a video where you remember back in the day they used to have that on infomercials, and it would come up and be like, the more you know, and it have the little rainbow. We need to get that and put it over top of this video right now, because this is like the more you know moment. There it goes. So something that I want to find, and I believe we seen back here earlier, is you know, we did just a little tiny clip last week of a really horrible up there on our little home base trailer. We actually thought that we can even cut back to that, but we thought that was plastic or like a fiberglass because it was so faded, the metal. But it was actually metal, but for that was super pitted. You would need a tool or some sanding to go on with that. But we had seen some of these trailers earlier, and we were looking for different things to use metal polish on. I believe he uses these trailers probably for storage, but some of this metal on here would probably be a great one to do metal polish, because metal polish, man, is such a great product, and trailers is usually where it works great. And we'll try to go around the back. That one down there would actually be, we'll have to do a little maneuvering, but that aluminum on the side of that one is a good thing that people would use metal polish on. watch your step when you come in here, but I think if we get to this little piece right here, this will be great to show what metal polish can do. Again, with this one, I'll use what is my favorite applicator, little striped applicator. This is perfect. Even on diamond plate, this metal polish works great if you're tackling a huge area, some type of machine. I have guys that doing semis at a company here locally that uses it, and they polish their semi tanks, and they've even polished a whole tanker gas truck with it, and they use Rupes polishers to do that with. So you get into some big areas, a polisher is going to work out best for you. This is just to show what we have here, by hand application of what it'll do to a really oxidized aluminum. And you're going to find out with this, it may not do nearly what we want it to do, but we're going to see. Let's use the thick tape. Let's just give us a good little before and after. We'll hit this area right here. Maybe we'll put one above it too. Applicator, metal polish. Shake it up really good. Got some abrasives in it. Give it a good shake. So we're just going to rub. You're going to see it start to turn a little black. That's good. It means it's working and kind of bringing it back a little bit. Restoration in here. It's eating up a lot of the product because it is so oxidized. And the blacker it gets, you can tell that it's eating, taking a lot of the product. All you got to do is reapply. This is where, if you were doing a huge area, I can tell it's taking away some of this pitting and some of this really oxidized area. But if this was huge, I mean, even for this whole panel, if you had a polisher, it would make it go way faster. But I want to show you what this can do by hand. So I'll finish the rest of this panel and then show you the results. So we've been at it here for a second, but I can tell that it is taking a lot of this oxidation and all this kind of crap away. I believe we should have some pretty good results here once we get it wiped down, because it has took away so much. You may want to hit it again with another slight pass to remove some of the other little stuff, but this is going to show you, or we're going to see as we wipe it off, how good it does just by hand application and a little bit of elbow grease. That's incredible, the difference from here to here. I'm going to hit it one more time just to get these little tiny, I can see this little pitting. This will come out. I'm going to get some of this other just to get it to more of a chrome, and the results are going to be incredible on this from what it was to this. I just wanted to give it one more little pass over to get those little spots out. Yeah, got a little wild there on the last one. I can see you in there now. Mm-hmm. By hand application, metal polish. And that's the point. This is incredible. I mean, this is super oxidized. This is what metal polish is used for these types of areas where this looks almost like a fiberglass or whatever, but you go down to where we have done it, it's literally like chrome now, and you can see this is what metal polish is for. and the results that it just did on this by hand. If you're doing it with a machine, it's going to be so much easier and you get there so much faster. And I think we'll just shoot all of our videos now in this so you can just see our reflection. The results are incredible. If you've got old metal and this has been sitting out here for a long time, if you've got old, faded, oxidized metal, this is the metal polish. It's easy and great. You won't find a better metal polish out there. So proof is in the results. Metal polish, Jack's metal polish. Get it while you can. This is Junkyard Revival. I think it's going to be pretty incredible, the results we get here. Citrus went to work on that. This is Junkyard Revival. I'm just gonna pack up. I can't really think of anything else we need besides the drone and the batteries, correct? Mm-hmm. Took a snacky. Everybody needs a snacky. I'm gonna try to strap that water thing in this time. That way it doesn't fall over and just jacked it up. Maybe if this series takes off, we'll get somebody to sponsor some straps. There we go. It's got a knot in it. Wow. There we go. Anything else we need? Let's get a sip. I like this old mower. It'd be cool if we could do something on it. Maybe even do like a half and half wax job on it or something. It's pretty cool. So I say we'll make home base down there like that box truck. You see it? This is the back end of it to us. I would like to do something on the carpets. That'd be a cool one. We'll keep our eyes peeled for anything metal. We're also going to go back and check on some of the stuff that we did the last time we were here. We've had some crazy rain days here too. It's rained probably 4 out of the last 5 days. So we'll see how some of the stuff's held up. We're just going to look for some different things. Super Citrus would be a good one to use. We brought it with us just in case we run across anything. There's an endless amount of opportunity stuff to use, that's for sure. We'll make this right here home base in the shade and do a little recon work first, so we're not carrying all that shit. Go see what the avalanche looks like for sure. Oh, here's our avalanche from last time. You're going to find out with us if it held up or if it did or it didn't. Man, still pretty good. It's dusty. It's rained 7 out of the last 10 days probably, and you can tell how good this holds up. So this isn't just your water-based dressing like a tire and trim gel for us. This is an actual restore. Still held up pretty good. Pretty impressive. You can also see down low where it's not taking nearly as much beating, just because it still looks like a wet look. You can see how wet it still looks. I'm just sitting here taking on all the weather. Still looks great. You always get those people comments, whatever, that are skeptical. Yeah, but it'll wash off. So this is real world results of a car that was just sitting here taking sun, rain. Obviously it's not taking any road, so we get that. It looks as good as it did when we left, so we'll take that. That's real world results you're not going to get unless you're in a junkyard. One of our most popular products, and one of the ones we sell the most by volume, is Super Citrus. It's an all-purpose cleaner, degreaser, but we sell it to a bunch of companies in totes, 275-gallon totes, because it's such a great cleaner. And the thing that makes it much better cleaner than most citrus-based cleaners, the reason that citruses were typically called citrus is because they were made with the limonene, which is an extract from an orange, and it's a very expensive raw material. So a lot of people over time had cut that out and just started fragrancing them with citrus and still calling it a citrus product. As to where our product is still made with the limonene, and typically when we go into dealerships or people want to do demos, a lot of times the all-purpose cleaner is the one they want to know about. So it always sets up in our favor when they want to compare all-purpose cleaners, because the fact that citrus so much better than 90% of the all-purpose cleaners out there. Not saying there's not other great ones, because there are, but for the most part, our Super Citrus is kind of the way that we treat all of our products in general. Is we want to market them great, but we want them to be a better, superior product, or we want to be able to make them to the best of our ability, and we don't want to cut corners or buy a cheaper raw material that makes it, the bottom line, look better, but the products suffer. So we were walking around earlier and we seen this van, and it's been sitting underneath these trees, and man, you're talking about, it's got mildew and mold and has been sitting there for a while. So we thought citrus would be a great one to show the ability. I mean, I'm going to show you with my hands, and this stuff is on there. It has been on there and doesn't look like it's going anywhere anytime soon. But I'm just going to put a line down here, and you know, it may not be enough to really do any kind of big drastic differences, but we're going to find out. And this is things that citrus is made for. But not only this, you can use citrus. I use it in my house. I use it on tile and sinks and all kinds of different things. The stove, I've used it in the oven. You can use it everywhere. We have people that use it in interiors, but the reason we sell it so much is at dealerships they buy it in 55-gallon drums and they buy it in totes. It's the most cost-effective way to detail cars. You can eliminate so many products just with it. So I'm going to tape this off. I'm going to spray down the side. I've got a wash pad, wash mitt, maybe brush, something to kind of agitate it here. See what it does on the side of this van. Okay, I believe we're at least, for the most part, snake-free here. Get some tape. Good thing about citrus is it smells good. Really great on any kind of grease, motors. This is what a lot of people use it, engine bays and greasy areas. It will eliminate grease like that. This is just to show the versatility. You can see, when I was touching this earlier, you can see this side. It doesn't matter. I can rub as hard as I want to rub. It's not going nowhere. This citrus has already made this to where it is, I mean, it's literally taking it off. I think it's going to be pretty incredible, the results we get here. A little water on a wash pad. Doesn't look like it's going to take much agitation. It seems to already be breaking it down pretty good. You guys have campers. This is a great product for those campers and those black streaks and all the stuff that happens on the moldings, and just a great all-around product. And as we go around this junkyard, we'll try to use this in some more places just to show you its versatility. But I mean, I'm barely applying any pressure. You can already tell that this has eliminated all that in a matter of seconds. I'm going to hose it down and then we'll dry it off to give you a good side-by-side. Backlash. Now I will take this towel just to dry it off to show you. There is no doubt with that. I'm sure there's going to be, oh yeah, but this, that, and the other, but citrus went to work on that fast. And on the side by side, this is going to really resonate with the campers, RVs. This is something common that happens on the top, sides, plastic, moldings, rubber. This is the product you need. And so clean after one application with very little effort and agitation, just literally wiping it right off. And you can tell, you can come to this side and show this is wet, but it's not wiping. It's not going to wipe right off like it does when it has the citrus on it. You put citrus on it, eats it, breaks it down. So you can keep following us around. We're going to put citrus to the test throughout this place, but this right here may be one of the most impressive results we get from it, just because of how bad Abby and we have some footage we'll probably show from earlier. We were up here talking about it, and I was like, I don't know if it's ever going to do anything to that because it was so bad. I bet you it would clean it up easily. Maybe not as easy as I think, but I'm impressed myself with it. So that's what Junkyard Revival's about. Let's find out together. And we now know if you have a truck that's been sitting underneath a tree for 15 years, maybe not 15, I don't know what year this is or when it got here, but you know, a long time. Citrus will bring it back to life. So there is multiple places in this van where Super Citrus would be a prime candidate to try out. This is the dirt, the grime that'll eat it right away too well. Eating it away, you can see right there how it just starts eating it. It's not part of the job. You can see it made it incredible. I'm going to dry it off a little bit. Even if we use citrus in these areas, it'll take all of that off and let it sit for a minute. All of these greasy spots on when you're talking in the motor, all of these bad areas, you can use citrus to clean it up. It'll wipe all of it right off and make an incredible difference. So if you're looking for a all-purpose cleaner that cleans the worst of the worst, breaks down dirt and grime, if I could only have one product, I had to start a detail business and I could only have one product, it would hands down be Super Citrus, just because of its versatility, how many things I can do with it. And that's night and day.